Big Chicken Morning Show with Jazzy McBee on the People Station B103, ATL's #1 for hip-hop, R&B, and throwbacks. Good morning, Jazzy.
Good morning.
DeWanda Wise
Yes.
is here. Hi.
Hi, good morning.
How are you?
I am so good.
Definitely one of my favorite actors.
Thank you.
Listen,
Very grateful
she's
to be
from the
here.
area, so shout out to the area right quick.
What area?
The DMV.
Yeah.
Oh, the DMV.
Very,
Now,
if you're from the area, that's how you say it. The area.
but you have to be from either or. So
Yeah, the area.
The whole
The
area.
area.
The
Please
area.
Okay, I can't
believe
say it
it.
right.
How
Okay.
are you, beautiful?
I'm well awake. I am really good. I'm super happy to be here. Super happy to be sitting with you both.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So listen, I didn't know her, but I loved her in The Harder They Fall.
Yes.
I loved her in the Jurassic World. I was like, who's this black woman they got in here? And she fine.
Yes, very
With
beautiful.
the dinosaurs, and she fine. And now you got scary teddy bears. What's going on with you?
Popping from creature to creature. That's what it's all about.
Brand new movie, Imaginary, releasing in theaters Friday, March 8th. This is a creepy movie.
It is. Yes, it is. Yes,
For
it is.
people who haven't seen the trailer yet, break down the movie.
Oh my goodness. So Imaginary is about my character Jessica, who moves back into her childhood home with her newly acquired family. So she moves back in with her husband and her stepdaughters, and chaos ensues.
Ooh.
Listen, there's a teddy bear, right?
Yes.
And it ain't really about the teddy bear, but it's about the teddy bear.
He's the star of the movie.
there's
Chauncey's
some-
the star.
Chauncey is the star of the movie.
He is. Chauncey's the
Listen.
star.
But Chauncey is scary. He's a little scary.
He's kind of cute.
What?
Well,
until right? No, ma'am.
Yeah, again, it's about the teddy bear, but it ain't about the teddy bear.
And it makes me think about you know those really big teddy bears that
Oh,
some
that they
people
got
get
now?
for their
Yes.
Valentine's Day. I was like,
Yes.
please don't ever get me one of those.
One of my closest friends sent me a shot. You know, Valentine's Day comes up. She gets like teddy bears for all her kids, and they're all lined up and they're lit. You know, they're like lit a certain way. And she was like, "You ruined this for me."
You ruined the movie. It ruined it.
It did.
I was
So
like,
it's
no,
kind
I
of
don't
about
want you to-
imaginary friends.
Yes.
Which, you know,
kids.
Everybody had one.
I don't think I've had.
Yes,
I didn't
you
have one either.
I didn't have one. I thought
No.
that was like kind of weird because I guess maybe because I had
had
a
like a
household
whole- right, you had a whole-
full.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
But a lot of my friends who were like
only children.
had imaginary
Yeah,
friends.
yeah. That's the same thing. It was always like my brother, and then I had a lot of cousins.
Yeah.
So we were always playing games.
We were preoccupied with
were
other
busy,
things. We,
yeah.
we didn't have imaginary teddy
Yeah.
bears for friends.
But I do think, you know, the thread of this movie, you know, what makes it for everyone, right? Is like, I know you had a childhood, though. I know you were 5 once,
right.
you know?
We didn't go to therapy back in the day,
We
though.
did not. We did not go to therapy.
just had
back
to
in the
hold
day.
on to
We barely go now, but that's another conversation for another project.
DeWanda Wise in the building. Imaginary in theaters Friday, March 8th this Friday. So, black people don't usually last that long in scary movies.
They really don't, and without giving it away.
You know, not for nothing, you mentioned The Harder They Fall, and I cannot tell you how many texts, DMs, phone calls I got from people who were mad at me.
Yeah.
They were so mad. They were like, why you ain't tell me you were going to die in the first
Exactly.
They were so angry.
Man.
And I was like, oh, I'm sorry, next time I'll send out like the general email.
Please
I'll start a
do.
newsletter.
Please do.
That don't watch the movie. Here's
Yeah,
what's
to
going to happen to
warn
me.
people.
But speaking of which, you're one of my favorite actors, and I got a bunch, and you are definitely one of them. Well, I don't have a bunch, but you're one of them.
Thank you.
I really loved you in Black Love.
What's Black
And
Love?
I was so mad that
Wait, what's Black Love?
Oh, you can tell me about Black Love.
So Black Love was a docu-series that was on OWN, created by Tommy and Cody, beautiful couple,
Yes, I
with
love
some
them.
TV kids.
Okay.
But my husband and Alano and I were on the second season of Black Love.
So what was it was just about Black Love?
Yes.
Okay, dumb
Well,
question.
they were talking about
Marriage.
They were talking about
okay.
marriage, but
Yes.
they were talking about everything that happens before the
Yes.
relationship, during the relationship, after the relationship, the challenges, the ups and downs
Right.
of relationships.
Right.
And I thought it was so interesting. I was like, this is what we need to see because we have a lot of misinformation out here.
A lot
about
of misinformation
relationships.
and also a lot of like everyone's life should look like this.
Right.
So I think, just having a show like that where you have all these different couples, you know what I mean, going through different things, it was really powerful because, social media can be really toxically positive in that sense.
Yes.
You could have stopped it toxic.
Yeah. No.
You could have stopped it.
It was
Well, I
tricky.
mean, people see the outer
Yes.
surface of a relationship, but you guys actually go in deep and tell your stories.
Yeah.
But you said on one of the
Never
series
do it again.
Yeah. Why?
Never do it again.
But why?
I realized that we are not. Me and Alano are not writing a book anytime soon. You know what I mean? Like, we just realized, like, we're not writing a book or going on tour to talk about relationships anytime soon. We were created, just kidding, but we met in 2009 and it was pre-social media.
Okay.
So this whole advent of like hashtag couple goals and like all that stuff is just really,
couple goals.
it's just new for us.
Right.
And, we just like to go about our little real lives, our real business, and we're not trying to sell anyone anything.
So you don't want to be couple goals. You just want to be just.
Yeah.
I mean, but again, you get real about the relationship, and that's what I like because
Yeah.
everything is not peaches and creams in a relationship. You have to work
Absolutely.
through some things, and you work through those things, and you're still together.
Yes.
Through
Yeah.
the ups and downs. So that's what I appreciated about that.
You mentioned the toxicity of social media, and there's this ongoing battle between Black men and women. About
I know.
who should do what. And
I know.
who's
It's wild.
responsible for what.
Yes.
How do
my
you feel about
nerves.
that as a successfully
That's
married
hilarious.
person?
I'm super in that way, and that's also why we're not going on book tour, because what works for one couple won't work for another. We met and our relationship evolved closer to like the relationships of the greatest generation, which means we met, neither of us had anything. You know what I
Amen.
mean? Like, we didn't have
about that?
anything. And everything we had to build together. We're two artists in one household. So, that was the infrastructure that really worked for us. And thankfully, even now, there's really no power. There's no like money things. You know what I mean? It's like, somebody better be working.
Right.
We got one bank account. Somebody need to get to work. So between that and also, I'm a Maryland girl.
Merlin.
You know what I mean? Like,
area.
for the premiere, I went with my very shiny, very fancy team to the Cheesecake Factory. Like, I love the Cheesecake Factory.
I said that.
I love the Cheesecake
I said
Factory.
that too. What's
When I
up with
saw that
cheesecake?
thing, when I saw that, like, no first dates at the Cheesecake Factory, I was like, oh.
That's my first thing. I'm like, but I like Cheesecake
I
Factory.
love the Cheesecake Factory.
What's wrong with that?
So it's just, I'm so far out of the conversation. I'm just like watching it on social with popcorn because it's very foreign to me.
Would your marriage have survived if Chauncey was in the house?
One thing I learned the last 4 years, Alano does not play. Like, Alano, you want him around during the apocalypse.
See, look.
Okay.
He's a man you want during the apocalypse.
Okay.
That's a good man to have.
Yo, he's in like all the best ways, but also all the crazy ways. Like, Alano, he's always thinking I'm about to be kidnapped. Like, he is.
What?
He's on his job.
He's on the job.
He's on
I
the
love
job.
that.
So nah, Chauncey would not stand a chance.
Okay.
Wouldn't stand a
Listen,
chance.
you need to pull up on us this Friday, March 8th, in theaters. Imaginary.
Yes.
Again, it's about a teddy bear, but it ain't about a teddy bear, and it's scurry. Scurry. Don't be
Very.
scared, but you're
Don't
going to
be.
be scurry. DeWanda, we appreciate you pulling up this
We
morning.
do.
Where can people follow you and find out more about what you got coming up?
I am at DeWanda Wise on Instagram and TikTok.
It is very nice to meet you.
It is.
Very
and
nice to
she's
meet
so much more beautiful in person, on and off the camera.
Wait, she wasn't beautiful? off
no,
the
I
camera?
said so much more. You,
I'm sometime I'm not full-time famous.
but he missed the so much more.
I just like messing with you.
Ah, dang.
DeWanda Wise in the studio. Make sure you go check out the new horror movie Imaginary, releasing in theaters this Friday, March 8th. We'll be back with more Big Ticket Morning Show right after this on V103.